Hello, everyone. Today, my neighbor Jim nearly died from a stroke. Jim was 72, healthy, active, never smoked a day in his life. Just last week, he helped his neighbor fix a fence, didn't even break a sweat. But on a quiet morning, something changed. He reached for his coffee and the mug slipped right out of his hand. He tried to laugh it off, said his arm was probably just asleep. But then he couldn't remember how to say the word newspaper. His wife knew something was wrong. Within an hour, Jim was in the ER, having a stroke. The doctors told him one. Thing that stuck with me. If you had waited another 30 minutes, you might not be walking today. Jim was lucky, but too many people aren't. Every year, hundreds of thousands of seniors miss the early signs, or worse, ignore them. And that's why today, I'm sharing 6 things I wish every person over 60 knew about strokes. They're simple, they're important. And one of them might just save your life. Now here's the truth most people don't like to talk about. After age 60, your risk of stroke increases sharply, even if you feel fine. You don't have to be sick, overweight, or on a dozen pills. Strokes can hit people who walk every morning, eat their vegetables, and live quietly. But here's the good news. Strokes are not random. They leave clues. And if you know what to look for, you can act fast and prevent a lot of damage. So today, I want to walk you through 6 important stroke facts. These are things I've told my own patients. Things I wish my uncle had known. Things every senior deserves to hear, loud and clear. Fact 1. Not all strokes are painful. Some are silent, but deadly. Let me tell you about Martha, 68. She was playing cards with her friends when she suddenly dropped her hand of cards. She laughed. "Oh no, my fingers just gave up." Her friends thought it was a joke. She felt a bit dizzy, but it passed quickly. So she went home. The next morning, she couldn't move the right side of her body. Martha had experienced a silent stroke, one with no dramatic pain, no screaming symptoms. Just a weak hand and a little dizziness. Many strokes start quietly. No chest pain, no warning sirens, but the damage can be huge. Always listen to your body. If something feels off, don't wait, especially if it's sudden. Fact 2. High. Blood pressure is the number 1 cause of stroke, and it rarely has symptoms. Harold, 74, came in for a checkup because his daughter insisted. "I feel fine," he said, but his blood pressure was 182/104, dangerously high. He had no idea. He was walking around every day with a time bomb ticking in his chest. High blood pressure damages blood vessels in the brain, and when they burst or get blocked, that's a stroke. You might not feel it happening, but it's doing damage silently every single day. That's why we call it the silent killer. Get it checked, even if you feel perfectly healthy. Fact 3. Mini strokes, TIAs, are big red flags. Never ignore them. Sylvia, 80, suddenly couldn't see. Out of her left eye for about 10 minutes. Then everything went back to normal. She figured it was just eye strain. But it wasn't. That was a transient ischemic attack, a mini stroke. No permanent damage, but a huge warning sign. A TIA is like the fire alarm going off before the building. Actually burns down. And here's the scary part. 1 in 3 people who have a TIA will have a major stroke within a year, often within days. Sylvia got lucky. She went to the ER and the doctors found a blood clot just in time. She's still gardening today. Fact 4. Sitting too long every day increases stroke risk. George, 76, loved his recliner. Every afternoon after lunch, he'd sit for 3 to 4 hours watching TV or reading. One day he stood up and felt his leg numb, then his arm, then slurred speech. Why? His blood wasn't moving. Long periods of sitting slow down your circulation. especially in older adults. This makes it easier for clots to form, and clots can travel straight to the brain. You don't need to run marathons. Just stand up every 30-60 minutes. Walk to the kitchen. Stretch a little. Keep the blood moving. Fact 5. Some healthy foods are packed with hidden salt. Doris, 71, was proud of her low-fat diet. She ate soup every day, loved her heart-healthy crackers, and avoided fried food. But when she came in for her annual physical, her blood pressure was through the roof. The culprit? Salt. And lots of it. Canned soup, salad dressings, crackers. Deli meats. They're loaded with sodium even when labeled healthy. And sodium raises blood pressure, which is the main driver of strokes. Read the labels. If something has more than 400 milliliters of sodium per serving, and you're eating more than one serving, it adds up fast. Fact 6. Dehydration thickens your blood and raises stroke risk. Ray, 79, never drank much water. "I'm not thirsty," he always said. He drank 2 cups of coffee in the morning, a soda in the afternoon, and sometimes tea at night. Then one hot summer day, he collapsed while walking his dog. He'd had a mild stroke. What happened? His blood was too thick. Dehydration reduces blood volume and makes it harder for your heart to pump. That raises the risk of clots forming and blocking blood flow to the brain. Even if you're not sweating, your body still loses water through breathing, digestion, and age-related changes. Aim for 6 to 8 glasses a day. It doesn't have to be plain water. Herbal tea, broth, and fruit also help. I know this can feel overwhelming. 6 facts, 6 risks, 6 things to remember. But let me tell you something. You don't need to do everything perfectly. You just need to start paying attention. I've had patients in their 80s, even 90s, who turned their health around just by drinking more water, standing up once an hour, or cutting back on salty snacks. Small choices, big changes, and if you ever feel something strange in your body, don't wait. You are not bothering anyone by getting it checked. You are protecting your future. Your family wants you here. So do I. If this video helped you, please share it with someone you care about. It might just save their life. And if you'd like more simple, trustworthy health advice for your heart, your brain, and your peace of mind, hit the subscribe button. We're here every week because getting older doesn't mean losing control. It means getting wiser and stronger, one choice at a time. Stay informed. Stay strong. You've got this.